else. Now, people in the developed world are increasingly becoming more mindful of the ingredients we put into our bodies and the impact of food production on our environment. So what is the future of food? Well, some of the latest sustainable innovations include insect snacks, cricket flour and smoked seaweed. Let's find out more from our guest, Dr. Craig Rose, who's the founder and managing director of Seaweed & Co, and Clement Scellier, co-founder of Jimini's insect-based foods. Thank you both for joining us. Clement, I'll start with you because, you know, a lot of people would find eating insects quite disgusting, but actually there's a big chunk of the world and many cultures actually who celebrate eating insects.
Yes, you're right. Insects actually are eaten by around 2 billion people all over the planet. So why not in Europe, actually? So our mission is to make people change their mind about insects. Eating insects is something natural in a lot of cultures, and we would be happy to share this culture with French and UK people all around Europe.
It's quite extraordinary, actually, when you think about it. 2 billion people eat this, so there must be nutritional value in this.
Yes, of course. Well, insects are full of protein. It has a complete amino acid protein, which means that you could substitute a part of your meat, for example, by insects without any problem. It also has minerals like zinc and iron inside, and B12 vitamins. So it's a very full food, actually.
And actually, Craig, same with seaweed. I mean, it's not something that's not common in a lot of cultures, namely Japan.
Absolutely. Well, all of Asia have eaten seaweed for millennia, and in fact, even in the West, seaweed was eaten. It sort of got forgotten over time. So in some ways, it's a forgotten food, and it's about a rediscovery in the West. And the seaweeds we focus from are from Scotland. So we're using a natural resource, sustainable resource, which is key, much like with the insects. It's about future food, is about sustainability going forward and nutrition. So it's been good for people and good for the planet.
So is that the main reason you decided to create this company?
Yeah, I mean, my background's marine biology, and I was looking for quite a long time for something that could manage my own desire to work with the sea, but obviously something that could bring commercial benefit and benefit to, you know, the wider society by using a British sustainable resource to feed in some way the world.
But, I mean, you know, a lot of people would argue that this in the West is sort of hipster food, or what vegans, you know, cool people eat. I mean, how would you counter that?
Well, it will take time, of course. 20 years ago, eating raw fish like sushi was something crazy, and now it's obviously absolutely normal. So I think it will take time. We will have to make a lot of efforts to develop the good products and to improve the taste of our products little by little, and we have to educate people. For example, insects are kind of cousins with shellfish, so we have to warn people about allergen and so on. So it will take time, and I'm sure that Jimini's and all the other companies will make a perfect work to make it just normal to eat insects.
So Clemence, just tell us what you've got there on the plate.
Okay, so here I have mealworms. It's seasoned. You can eat it like a snack. Here I have grasshoppers with paprika flavors. Here I have granola made with buffalo powder, and at least I have the protein bars made with cricket flour.
And what about you, Craig? What's this powder?
The powder, so our whole aim is to make seaweed very accessible. So it's not about a big slab of seaweed on the plate that no one's really ready for. It's about putting it in formats that are easy to use. So here we have a smoked powder, so it's from all our seaweeds from the Outer Hebrides in the north of Scotland, and this one is naturally smoked, so it provides great flavour. So the bowl at the front, these are snacks, coated soybeans and nuts that are available in the major supermarkets already in the UK, so that's a great sign the trends are coming. And then simple things like oat cakes and water biscuits, which again are from a company in Scotland who are selling into Marks and Spencer's, and so nationwide. So this is something that people still think of as a bit weird, but actually it's something that is increasingly creeping through into the mainstream.
It is having to change the mindset, isn't it, and pushing that cultural shift, because actually, even though a lot of these foods are celebrated in places like Asia, those are the places where fast food is gaining traction, actually, and there's an obesity crisis.
No, absolutely, and I think maybe it's becoming a reverse. We're looking to eat healthier, and they're looking to maybe, or being forced to be more westernised in the fast food culture. But no, I mean, the whole idea, and I'm sure for Clement as well, it's about putting these innovative foods, which are from the past and very good for you and sustainable, in formats that just make it easy for anybody to eat and enjoy.
And Clement, just tell us what you think the future of food is. I mean, will we be seeing, you know, Thanksgiving is today, for example, would we be seeing this sort of stuff on the table?
Well, I believe that the future of food is not only insect or seaweed. It's just a mix of all good sources of protein and other micro and micronutrients. It will be a little bit of seaweed, a little bit of insects, a little bit of meat, but better quality meat. And doing so, we will be able to lower the impact on the environment of our food. This is the main issue, because by 2050, we will be 9 billion people on the earth, and it will be it just will be impossible to keep on eating stuff and wasting so much food every time we eat.
Because, Craig, this is the major crisis, isn't it? You know, looking into the future and where we'll be. I mean, even today, when you look at foods, so many things have chemicals in them, for example. So many things lead to disease, we're told.
No, absolutely. And even, you know, recently the BBC's Blue Planet just this week showed the problems with plastics and pollutants in the sea. And, you know, we get our seaweeds from pristine waters, but it's growing, and the blue economy, as they call it, sources from the sea, is going to become more and more important. So we have to do it in a sustainable, healthy way. So absolutely, seaweeds, insects, amongst a range of other things.
Dare I ask if I can try something? So what should I try here? What have we got? Should I try, did you say that's a grasshopper?
Yeah, this is a grasshopper. You just have to take the wings off.
Okay.
Like this. And you can eat it.
And you just eat it with the head?
Yeah, you can remove the head.
You can remove it, or you eat the head?
You can both.
I'll eat it with the head. And that dips in with this?
No, this is already coated, so it's just a coated soybean with some broad beans, really moreish, very nice.
I'll try that. Actually, the grasshopper with the seaweed's a nice combination.
Wow, maybe we've found a whole new product.
Yes, exactly. You could go into business together. I'd like to thank you both for joining us here on the programme and educating us on these different types of foods. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to have to close the programme with the mouthful. Do stay with us. We've got lots more coming up in the next edition. Thank you, guys.